Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I am very excited to do my first live in 2024. I hope this new year has gotten off to a great start for you. So, I wanted to share a little bit about what I've got planned for this year. It's been a very rough year, past 2 months for me in 2023. A little over 2 months ago, I experienced the most devastating loss in my life, and I'm not saying that lightly. I've had a lot of loss in my life, but the love of my life, my fur baby Nacho, died unexpectedly shortly following a procedure where he had to remove a blockage so that he could actually defecate, and he had been diagnosed with hemangiosarcoma, cancer of the blood. Many of you who are following me know that about 10 months prior to that. And he had been doing really well. I'd put him on a mixture of Chinese mushrooms. We'd been giving him, he had gone to acupuncture, and he was just doing so well. So this is what makes this loss even so much more harder, as it was somewhat unrelated, but not quite unrelated to his disease. But I won't go into detail. Needless to say, the past 2 months have been hell. I'm not going to lie. And I don't know, sometimes very sort of conflicted. Should 2023 still be here? Because then I'd be closer in time to when I still had him, or should I be excited about a new year? Because in a strange way, it means I sort of moving further away from him, when I was still able to enjoy him in the flesh, and just to sort of hug him and see him upside down, enjoying life and being his silly self, right? So to put it mildly, just really ripped my heart out, and it will never be the same. So I didn't want to cry on this live, but just very hard. So I've been sort of tending to and working through my grief in the past 2 months. And I just did a lot of thinking, and I realized that loss really can be your biggest awakener. It's there to remind you that you need to live life to the fullest, to really live now. And I keep saying that, but this is really sort of drummed through it for me, that I just really wanted to do what I truly want to do, and that is to work with animals. So I don't want not just death to be in vain or for nothing, because he would want for me to do something big, and I know he's watching over me, and I could easily sit and be sad all day, every day, and just wallow in my grief. But, I'm not that kind of person. But believe me, many days in the last year, I did just that. But that was okay, because it's what I need to do, right, to begin my healing. And sometimes grief is so taboo. Like, you don't want people in your life to be sad. You just want them to sort of, continue. And sometimes that isn't possible right away. You just have to go through the motion. So, as you can tell, I'm still incredibly distraught and sad. But because of the way I am, I have to take action, and I need to do something really meaningful with my life. Because, as I said, life happens now. It doesn't happen tomorrow. Yesterday's gone, not next week, not next month. And many of us are guilty of that. Like, I'll do it next week or tomorrow. But we just don't know how long we have on this earth, or how long we have our loved ones. So I'm really just determined to make the best out of every single second. I'm fortunate to be here on this earth and in the company of my beloveds, which brings me to the reason for wanting to share with you about my new business. So to honor Nacho's legacy, I've started studying to become certified as a holistic health pet coach. So this is a brand new profession that's led by Dr. Ruth Roberts. She's a fantastic veterinarian and humanitarian I've been following for the past few months, and I admired and respect her very much. This is a brand new field and profession, to be a health coach for pets. I don't like the word pet myself, being vegan. It just feels it diminishes animals. So this program specifically focuses on dogs and cats. Hopefully I'll be in the first 100 or 200 people to graduate with this title. There are some graduates already, but essentially Nacho has inspired me just to embrace my undying love for animals. I turned vegan 10 years ago because of animals. But I think that through my dreams, Nacho told me that I should look to create a daily routine where I can care for all the animals that need help, especially dogs, and help them on a more regular basis. So I was thinking of a way over the holidays on what could I do, what could I create to be the best, most service to you who are animal, who have animal companions, and also what's most rewarding for me. So I'm already a certified health coach through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So this just seemed like a very natural fit. So what does this actually mean? What does this new direction mean? So say if you have a dog or a cat, you are a pet parent who's suffering from health issues, they haven't been able to get the care or the solution to their issues. We have only so many veterinarians, and I'm talking about the US. I mean, I think there's about, could be wrong, but somewhere around 25,000 veterinarians and millions of dogs. So just as humans need help, we also need to tend to our dogs. So I've been really always talking about, as you've seen on my channels, very preoccupied about human health, especially through a plant-based diet. But what about our animals? They deserve to have quality of life too. And there's so many dogs and cats that are suffering needlessly as a result of poor nutrition, lack of exercise, and even mental stimulation. It's a whole package with them too. This is why this is a holistic pet health coaching program. So I've been a dog mom for nearly a decade now, and I've had my share of problems and issues, as you have, who have followed me know. I've had, people with, or dogs with skin issues. I've had cancer. I've had heart disease in my dogs. And I just want to be able to take control and help, and also be of service to you if you're a pet parent. So this certification in this spans about 16 weeks, and it's pretty rigorous. It actually, for the veterinarians in the field, you can actually achieve 40 CE credits through this course. So it is rigorous. It's not just, sort of a superficial course. It is really tough, but already in a month from now, I can start seeing patients in person or virtually, and be able to offer consultations at a very reduced rate right now while I'm still studying and completing the program. So if that's something that you would like to explore, please get in touch with me. My goal is, as I mentioned before, to specialize in dogs, and niche it down even further to deal with dogs struck by cancer, but also digestive issues and skin issues, which Tofu has a lot of allergies, my other dog. So I want to help her through this program too. And the larger, this is what we're going to do. We're going to improve the animal's health through nutrition, exercise, connecting with them. The larger goal for this also business is, which is going to be called Nacho Average Dog Health Coach, by the way, in honor of Nacho. It's also to incorporate some animal communication, dog behavior, and training services. So stay tuned for more of that. I'd love to collaborate with other people in the dog and cat world. So get in touch with me if you're one of those. And the business will also have a side arm called Nacho Average Kitchen, where you can learn to cook healthy meals for your dog and cat, and also healthy snacks. Most of the dog food, unfortunately, out there, and the cat food as well, is highly processed, which is the reason why now we have dogs who have such a short lifespan. There is no reason for dogs to be dying at 7 or 8 years of age. They need to live much longer. And through this nutritional program in Nacho Average Kitchen, we're going to address that. So this diet will be specialized to your specific fur baby's health condition, whether it's to address a kidney disease, a liver disease, weight control. Also takes into consideration any food sensitivities and allergies. So all these diets will be custom made for you. And this service is based on Dr. Ruth's pet crock pet diet. And yes, there will be a vegan version too. There won't be all vegan options, unfortunately, as I am still sort of debating whether or not to, and especially not for cats. But I'm certainly going to try to incorporate as much vegan dog food as possible. Much more to come, but in essence, I wanted to share this new and exciting direction I'm going, while I'm still going to be busy creating lots of plant-based dishes through my business, the Plant Curious Table and Arctic Grub, and I'll sneak in some wine education too. You know me. I'm not going to apologize for crying in the beginning, because always when I mention Nacho's name, there's a lot of emotions coming up. But as you can see, I'm very passionate about making this, in his legacy, and it's going to really fuel me to make this a successful business. So I hope you will join me on my journey. Stay tuned for a new website coming up. In the meantime, you can email me if you have any questions to sunny@nachoaverageDogHealthCoach.com. I'm going to put the email down there. You can obviously also DM me here on social media if you're interested in it or concerned about it and want to reach out about your pet. I'd love to help out. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great weekend, everyone.